Part of Game 4.
Well, because this is a 5-game series, this is an elimination game. I think that any time a team's season is on the line, they have to play like it. I think they'll be really aggressive and try to force the other team into some mistakes. If they play well, all of a sudden this series is all tied up, and we'll have a Game 5 to look forward to.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2021 St. Louis Cardinals.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. And Dero, how do they fight off elimination here on the road?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today, and they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting to see right out of the chute if he's got the good one or not. So here's how the Cardinals are positioned defensively. And let's focus our attention on outfielder Jacoby Ellsbury. His calling card is speed. First step quickness, the ability to get out of the box, the ability to have great reads. What you will look for today is guys will test his arm. Look for him to have to make a big throw to nail someone at third base or at home plate.
Coming to the plate now, Tim Castro. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Here comes the first pitch. And our first pitch is taken for ball one as we're officially underway tonight here in St. Louis. Hit on the ground out to short. DeLong moving to his right, throws in time, and that's out number one.
Batting second here tonight, center fielder number 35, Abraham Almonte.
Now at the plate, Abraham Almonte. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line toward right center. But this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out.
First baseman, Cody Bellinger.
Now to the plate, Cody Bellinger, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. The windup and the 0-1. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, Dero, you better be up there ready to swing with Ricky Holiday behind the plate, particularly on that high pitch.
Yeah, and I don't like that, Dan. As an offensive player, that's the one pitch that you almost can't get to with a power guy on the mound. I'm okay with you giving a little.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Dodgers down in order. And now the Cardinals get their first shot at it here. No score. And now here's Mike Matheny's starting lineup for the Redbirds. Dero, what's your take on this lineup as they look to lock up the division series?
Matty, I love the way this lineup's constructed. Talking to the manager before the game, he focused on the fact that they have a pass the baton mentality. Everything's flowing for this lineup. Chance to score a lot of runs.
Jose De Leon is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Hey, let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense. And let's focus on Corey Seager. Cal Ripken Jr., anyone? This guy looks like the spitting image of Iron Man. I think he's just scratching the surface of a Hall of Fame career. Multiple MVPs, Gold Gloves, you name it. Corey Seager is on fire.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the 1st. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. In the air now, out to left. Castro has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Batting second, right fielder, Tommy Pham.
Now at the plate, Tommy Pham. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Low with the splitter, ball 1. De Leon uses a split-fingered fastball as one of his weapons of choice in the arsenal. He can really be very deceptive when that pitch is working, and I'd imagine as a hitter it's always in the back of your mind. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
Right side. Johnson scoops it up, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Batting third, first baseman, John Singleton.
First offering on its way. This one smoked the other way, high and deep to left. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on the dead run. And that ends the inning. An inning in the books, scoreless on MLB Network.
Leading off for the Dodgers, shortstop, Corey Seager.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself.
Batting fifth, catcher, Jason Castro.
First pitch of the at-bat. Missed with a breaking ball. Popped him up. Singleton is there for it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting sixth, right fielder, Alex Vibro.
Here comes the first pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball one. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Yanked fouled off to the right. And a foul pop behind the plate. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing here this half. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. Ready now, Patrick Winston.
Leading off for St. Louis, third baseman, Patrick Winston.
Here's the first pitch to him. Grounded foul off to the right. And he buries a breaking ball that time. Good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Now that's when you know it's a good pitch. He broke off a really nice breaking ball down in the zone right there, and even though this is one of the best hitters around, he waved right through it.
Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
That's not an at-bat he or his hitting coach are going to be happy with at all. It's bad enough to go down on 3 pitches, but none of them were even in the strike zone. That's a bad look.
Into the box, Juan Fabregas. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Bottom of the second here with no score. Two and 0. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Got a piece. It's 2-2. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
Well, that pitch was like a backdoor cutter, if you will. It starts well off the plate and almost cuts back to the corner. That's a tough pitch to hit if you could throw it for a strike.
And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
First things first, here's the throw over, and the runner back in standing. First pitch on its way, and that one stayed too low apparently. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
In there, and it's even at 1. The 1-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Vidro moves over, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting 7th, catcher, Carson Kelly.
Digging in, Carson Kelly. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Right to him. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1 left for the Cardinals. Will move to the 3rd with no score.
Leading off for the Dodgers, third baseman, Rod.
And the pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Popped him up. Is there. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting 8th, second baseman, Micah Johnson.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And the changeup is way low that time. Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
A strike, and it's 2-1. Hit hard. Foul. The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there, 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. DeLong ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Batting 9th, catcher, Jose De Leon.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jose De Leon. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
The windup and the 0-1. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Out in front as this is skied in the air to straightaway left. Fabregas is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Colton Wong will stand in.
Leading off for the Cardinals, second baseman, Colton Wong.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one just missed outside. he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Outside and low, 3-0.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Look to be taking all the way, and the splitter's in there for the first strike. Three balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as he's just behind the breaking ball.
Hey, excellent job to get yourself back in this count after throwing 3 consecutive balls. You got a chance to get an out right here.
Line drive to center field. And that's the first hit in this one for the Redbirds.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
In now, Mike Lee. Now a bunt attempt here. And they'll just tag him out along the first base line.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Stepping in now, Jacoby Ellsbury. And this one's in the dirt. And he'll hurry back to second here as he was wise to not push it that time. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Vidro is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, right fielder, Tommy Pham.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tommy Pham. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Looked like he was swinging no matter what that time as he goes way out of the zone at that offering. It's 0-1. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2.
All right, as a hitter right here, you got to know he's throwing you tough pitches. He does not want to miss over the heart of the plate. That's when you step out, regroup, maybe sit over the heart of the plate, knowing that he's trying to execute so well, he might miss right down the middle.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Cards leave 1. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Riding in once again, Tim Castro back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
A little bit outside. 2-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Fabregas is over toward the line a bit as he takes it for the first out.
Number 35, Abraham Almonte.
Digging in to try it again. Abraham Almonte hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. Here it comes. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now. The Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
2 strikes.
to 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Hit weakly back to the mound. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman, Cody Bellinger.
So striding in, Cody Bellinger. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Sent out to straightaway center field. Ellsbury is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Dodgers down in order. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Now batting, John Singleton. He flew out in his last at-bat.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a miss. He's behind the big curveball.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count up.
Now the 1-1 pitch is laid off for ball 2.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
The 2-1 home is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Now batting, third.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Patrick Winston. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
As a pitcher, you got to feel good that you had him out front. Even though he didn't pot commit on that one, it opens up a lot of weapons for you to go high fastball or throw even a better off-speed pitch.
1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, left fielder, Juan Fabregas.
Now at the plate, Juan Fabregas. He drew a walk his first time up. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Outside, 2-1.
What we're seeing here is a guy getting pitched to very carefully. It doesn't matter that there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's a threat to score even when he's standing in the batter's box.
Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired.
Leading off for the Dodgers.
Now the pitch.
Shortstop, Corey.
Back to work now is Leak as he jumps ahead of his leadoff man here. No balls and a strike. A sinker over the outside corner for strike 2.
These are the at-bats that can just flat out frustrate you. You go up there with a plan to work the count, and now you find yourself down 0-2 scratching your head because every quadrant's open for the pitcher now.
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. And that one got a piece of him.
These guys are pros and they're tough, but I know that one hurt. He'll never show it, though. Too much pride at stake.
Standing in, Alex Vidro. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Nope. Ball 1.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
Here comes the 1-0. Pulled toward right center field. Pham is after it, and he makes the catch for the second out. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. At the plate, Rod Massey. Here comes the first pitch. Looks at a two-seamer right down the middle.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Sent on the ground out to second. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. One left for LA. Halfway home, still no score. Digging in, Paul DeLong.
For the Cardinals, the shortstop, Paul DeLong.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. The 1-1 fouled off. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Into the box now. Carson Kelly comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. That's wide. 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, I'll tell you, from where I'm sitting, it looks like he's starting to rush his delivery out there. Someone needs to remind him to stay back and let his arm get out front.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone. Wouldn't throw the exact same pitch right here. Might want to cheat towards one of the corners.
There's ball 4.
And that hole at bat, I feel like he really didn't want to challenge him. And I'm really surprised by that because I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order you have to go right after.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Missed with a breaking ball. The 1-0 pitch. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. Kelly, the runner at first, with 1 gone in the inning. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Almonte has it in his tracks. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Striding into the box, Mike Leake.
Mike Leake.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a breaking ball stays outside. The 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
And this guy can hit a little bit too, so you just can't lay one in there 2-0.
2 out with the man at first. Not very aggressive there as that's down the middle for strike 1. The 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2. Here now the 2-2. And he gets under the 2-2 a bit as this is sent in the air out to straightaway central. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cardinals. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Settling in now, Micah Johnson. He'll start out the proceedings against Mike Leake as we get the inning underway.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Sinkers in there, no balls and a strike. Here's that little sinker right over the outside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. Popped him up. And the first baseman can't get there. He'll try again, 1-2. And the changeup is way low that time. 2-2 pitch just missed.
If you're ever going to see a position player go to the mound, it's going to be in a situation like this. Get him to relax a little bit, focus on his mechanics, and get that fastball back in the zone. Can't allow this guy to lead off walk.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th. The pitcher, Jose De Leon, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Kelly is there, and he has it for the out. Digging in once again, Tim Castro. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First pitch coming. Here it is. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Pham is over just a few steps to his left as he takes it for out number 2.
Center fielder number 35, Abraham Almonte.
So stepping in, Abraham Almonte. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Lifted the other way out to left center. Calling for it, Fabregas. And that retires the side. Dodgers leave 1. Still no score. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Jacoby Ellsbury. He'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th.
Jacoby Ellsbury.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike. Set to deliver the 0-1. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. Breaking ball in for a strike. That's lifted the other way out to left. Castro has it in his tracks, and that's the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Cardinals, right fielder, Tommy Pham.
Ready once again, Tommy Pham. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
Castro will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals. We are still scoreless. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. Game 4 is off to the 7th inning now, but before we get it started, let's check out our game summary to this point. Ready for another chance, Cody Bellinger. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
Behind 0-2 now. Oh, 2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command. 1-2. Into the corner and slicing foul. Now another 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
And it's fouled away. And he strikes him out here. So that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
Here's Corey Seager. He went down on strikes last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is when he's really going to have to bear down. When you start going through that lineup the second and third time, you've kind of emptied the bucket out already. So he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a ground ball to third. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, captain Jason Castro.
Digging in, Jason Castro. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. First offering on its way. Hit out towards second. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. So here's the cleanup hitter, Patrick Winston, to try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Not sure if this is a powerhouse pitching performance by both teams or bad hitting, but as we're moving late into this one, it's about time somebody puts something together to try to score a run.
First pitch coming, here it is. And a ball, 1-0.
Right here, he's looking to get himself into a good hitter's count so he can take a rip and maybe give his team the lead. He certainly has the power.
The 1-0 home is looked at for ball number 2.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
2 balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter.
Count was 2-1.
The 2-1 is laid off up for ball number 3.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows this team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
At the plate, Juan Fabregas will swing it from the left side right here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that misses for ball one. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Good cut fastball in there. 1-1. The 1-1 is in there for strike number 2. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? To second for 1, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
And kids, this is why you always go hard into second base. Could have been an easy double play ball, but the slide really impacts the throw to first, and they wind up only getting 1 out on the play. Good, aggressive, legal slide that time.
Standing in now, Paul DeLong, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. No hits to this point. Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Into the box now, Carson Kelly, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Fabregas over at second. DeLong is over at first with 1 away. Good tailing action there. It's 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Ooh, he saws him off with that one. There's 1. Back to first, and he throws it away.
Well, he definitely rushed himself on that return throw to first there, and he threw it away. They got the force at second, and the runner didn't advance, so it'll just be scored a fielder's choice.
Into the box, Colton Wong. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. From the stretch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Here's a line drive into center field. It's a base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one makes you feel really good about yourself.
Now here's the Dodgers skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. Not an altogether bad performance here, 6 2/3, but he stands to be the loser unless things can turn around. Pedro Baez takes over pitching duties, looking to get that final out now here in this 7th inning.
Pedro Baez.
Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. Matt Carpenter will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here.
Matt Carpenter.
A bouncer up the middle. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. They'll add a big insurance run here as the runner scores from second.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a one-run game where every pitch is so important. You're one pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
Harrison Baer will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 59, Harrison Baer.
Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. There's a strike.
You like the modern style of baseball. Here it is. Both starters kept their teams in the game. It's close right now. Now we hand it over to the nasty bullpens. Let's see what matchups are going to take place.
Decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Called strike 0-2. 2 down, runners at first and second. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Well, when you hear people talk about the unwritten rules of baseball, I think we just saw a perfect example of that. You hit one of mine, and I'm going to hit one of yours. Always been that way and probably always will be, even though they've tried to crack down on that kind of stuff recently.
And obviously a big spot here with the bases loaded, so he'll step out to rethink things. Into the box, Tommy Pham. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ready with the 1-0. Sliders in for a strike.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
2 out, bases loaded. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Vidro is there, and he puts it away as they're able to escape with only limited damage on the scoreboard. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Cardinals lead it 2-0. Roberto Ozuna has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 54, Roberto Ozuna.
Stepping in, Alex Vidro. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Fouled away. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Hit back up the middle. DeLong up the middle. Throw got him, and that's a gorgeous play. Cardinals are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. And he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance. At the plate, Rod Massey. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen.
Wow, there's a case of a ball up in the zone. Not the easiest pitch in the world to get underneath and drive it out of the ballpark. Good piece of hitting right there. Ball up in the zone. He didn't miss it. He destroyed it.
Jose Abreu will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Jack Flaherty gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. One and one to the Dodgers first baseman. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time. Ball 3.
I love the ability to hold up right there, especially with count leverage. I know you want to get aggressive in the strike zone, but he was able to notice that that wasn't his pitch.
Full count, 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
The pitcher, number 63.
Charlie Homer will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 21, Charlie Homer.
Driven nicely into the gap. He's around first, heading for 2. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Didn't try and do too much. Fastball, middle cut, places it right back where it came from.
In now, Tim Castro. And as the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. 1-1 to the Dodgers leadoff man.
This is the stuff that infuriates a manager. You have to think the game. You got to know he's trying to pitch around you. You cannot swing at that pitch out of the zone.
And here's one that's taken for a ball. It's now 2-1 to the Dodger left fielder. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Now on 3-2 as a pitcher, you've got to go with the pitch that you feel.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. Cards lead it 2-1. Jose Abreu will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Second base, number 79, Jose Abreu.
Rafael Quinones is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Now in the box, John Singleton.
Leading off for St. Louis, first baseman, John Singleton.
First pitch of the at-bat. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. Quinones, a Venezuelan-born ball player. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. The windup and the 0-1. A swing, and this one is blasted to right field. Nothing's gonna stop it. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 3rd home run of this series, and it gives the Cardinals a 3-1 lead.
That home run is definitely worth giving the show track treatment to. And as we look at it, not only an impressive distance shot, but the 110 miles an hour exit velocity is nothing to scoff at either. That's a big boy home run.
Now batting.
Standing in now, Patrick Winston. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch is taken, ball 3.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
He loses him on ball 4.
The batter, left fielder, Juan.
Stepping into the box, Juan Fabregas. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First offering on its way. And that one just missed outside.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
2 balls and a strike. Three and 1 to the Cardinals left fielder. Called strike, and that'll run it full.
We got 3 balls and 2 strikes.
The next 3-2. Line to second, and it got there so quickly the runner didn't get very far from the bag. They settled with just the 1 out.
Up next for the Cardinals, the shortstop.
Digging in and looking for more, Paul DeLong. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. First pitch coming, here it is. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Here's the 0-1. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Winston, base runner at first with 1 out. To 1 and 2 now. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here comes the 1-0. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Almonte is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 1 for the Cardinals in the inning on the solo home run. Last chance coming up here for the Dodgers. It's now 3-1 St. Louis. The Gateway Arch lit up at night here in St. Louis. Welcome back to our broadcast on MLB Network. So striding forward now, Abraham Almonte. He'll be the first to bat here in the inning with his guys in need of some 9th inning magic. They're going to force a game 5. Trevor Rosenthal takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Here's the first pitch. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. And a good job to lay off the fastball. They're close, but it's 1-1. And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2. The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Into the box now, Cody Bellinger, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 0-1. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Into the box now, Corey Seager. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. The win would be Mike Leakes if our current score holds up. Hit in the air to center field. Bayer giving chase. And the Cardinals are a step closer. They'll move on to the NL Championship Series.
Well, my advice to them is to enjoy this moment, celebrate with teammates, and then realize that none of it will matter if they don't get back to work in the NLCS. They've wet their beaks with this postseason success. Now they want some more.
And fellas, the outing turned in by the man you see there certainly can't go unrecognized. Mike Lee, talk about a worthy recipient. He's our top player of the game.
Look at the numbers. This is what you want from your starting pitcher. He gave him 7 strong innings and sets things up perfectly for the bullpen to seal the deal. Very good job out there.
For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our hard-working crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the National League Division Series.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 7 went on base. For the Dodgers, 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 36 minutes. Tonight's state attendance at Busch Stadium, a sellout of 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us in baseball heaven and remind you to please drive home safely. Have a good night.